That's kind of cute. I had exactly 6 seconds of silence and quiet in here, so now we have a little bit less of that. It may get worse from here, I don't know. But we're gonna go for it. Isn't this gorgeous? Look at how quiet it is. Got a little Christmas tree. Hola, buenas. Sí, está bien. Está bien, soy una youtuber. Tomar un video.
Adelante, claro que sí,
Sí.
sin ningún problema.
Ok, gracias. No molestarlo,
Adelante,
nadie.
Ni te preocupes, nada de
Ok.
visitas en tu casa.
Ok, sí, es muy ocupado. Estoy afuera.
Sí,
Ok.
no te preocupes.
Ok,
¿Qué
gracias.
sería?
Sí, la jengibre.
Ajá. ¿Caliente?
Ah, sí, por favor.
Perfecto.
Oh, ¿verdad? Ok, sí, está bien. Solo está por ahora. Gracias.
Sí, que sí, enseguida.
Adiós. Okay. Hello. Oh, he turned the Christmas tree on. Look at how cute. I don't like making people get involved in public, but I don't know. Hold on here. Let me. I need a new thingamabobby. How are you all doing? Where are you tuning in from? Let me know. It's a beautiful night. We're in Mexico. Look above. Look at this. Isn't that pretty? It's super cute. Are those flowers? It's important to have beautiful things in life, in your space, the places that you are. So today I wanted to give a talk about hope, guys. I'm gonna close this just a little bit, hoping it will reduce the sound a little bit. Oh gosh, that made a big difference. Great. Okay, so the thing about hope is a muscle, and we have to exercise it often. And we cannot do that. We cannot do that if we're, at home too much. Or if we're in apathy about the world, like I have been for most of my life. I look around and I see what's happening and I feel kind of like, let's just leave the world to itself. And I guess the trick is that to be able to carry that while also recognizing that there is a part that you play. It's probably a lot smaller than you realize, and it's mostly about working on yourself and recognizing the gifts that you're called to bring during critical times in life. So yeah, thank you for the greetings. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Hit the like button, please. So I think one thing I really want to talk about is the muscle of hope, right? The more you work on it, the more you build it, the more of it you have. And I have found one thing that really disappointed me about people of today, many of them, is that they use substances. They use substances that can make you apathetic about life. Alcohol, smoking, right? They say, oh, it's for my this and that, it's for that and the other, but these are things that make you complacent. And you know what they do? They numb the pain of the life that you're living. And sometimes pain is what you need to make change. Because the long-term effect of these, of avoiding pain is even worse pain. And it's a dead-end road. And I don't want that for anyone. Gracias. Ah, perfecto.
¿Refresco soquita?
Ah, no, está bien.
¿Este? Perfecto.
Gracias. So cute. I've got this, they come with this little quote. It says, así como hay cosas que pasan por algo y cosas que por algo no pasan. So it means you have things that happen to have something happen. Otherwise, nothing happens. Unknown. This is basically what I was telling y'all. And it comes with this little cookie, and it comes with a little napkin. And I got the hot ginger. This is real ginger. And now I can make this at home, but I wanted to come here and film in this beautiful location. Something inspiring and something different. That's another thing about life. Mix it up. Why not, right? Last time I came here on live, I was having a breakdown because my cat broke my laptop. And I was like crying, and I came here to eat some waffles. It's not the solution for everything, but sometimes it works out. The waffles were a little disappointing. Actually, everything that I get are... Actually, no, that's not true. I had amazing Thai food the other day. Like, I was just blown away by how good it was. But usually I prefer to make things at home, especially tea. But look at this big, cozy mug. Come on. Oh gosh, is that ever nice? So, yeah. As we work on building the muscle of hope, we find that when we make a choice for life, hope is essential to keep going. Otherwise, life feels like a slog. It feels like a drudgery. And I think this whole thing with the CEO was really exciting. Just to see that the revolution is beginning. Okay? And I think many people are wondering what they should be doing at this time in their life, how they should be preparing for such things. And I think the first thing we need to work on is your health. Having physical health contributes to your mental health. They've found that, excess sugar or excess fat in your bloodstream affects your brain. I'm like finding that out. I love fat and sugar. But you can find ways around it. Like you can have fat like on the keto diet, and you can have the mild taste of sugar, like with stevia in your coffee or something like that. Or you can find the taste of something sweet and star anise, which is an herb that is really great for your skin, your digestive system, and it's like a natural internal deodorizer that kind of makes you smell a bit sweet. Like I noticed that when I started drinking strong natural clove tea before bed. First of all, clove tea is amazing if you use it to rinse your mouth. Like some natural mouthwashes have clove, and it reduces bacteria, fungus, and it has this like really powerful herbal scent to it, which is great for mouthwash. Oh, that breeze is so nice. Look, the little trees are swaying in the breeze, look. Can you see it? No, not really. Are we steady? Okay. I love that they serve these on these little, I forget, every time I come here they give me this cute little cookie along with this little quote, and I want to tell them every time, like I don't eat cookies, and I always forget, so then I just feel like it goes to waste and I feel bad. But look at this cute little wooden board. I really wish I had some of those for like cutting boards at home. Cheers. Just ginger. You don't need honey, by the way. People always try to add sugar and sweets and honey and everything. If you just, I feel like there are little ways in life that you can learn to appreciate and enjoy things as they are. And that's one for me. Anyway, okay. The music here is always cute. They have a bunch of English books too. And I have a bit of nostalgia for this place because I held a English language practice here group. This was definitely more than a year ago. Oh my God, was it 2 years ago? Time flies. So it was 2 years ago that I had an English meetup here. And yeah, we actually had a really great time. And then I would ask them like their opinion of my Spanish. We had this one lady show up. She dropped off two teenagers and left. And I was like a little bit annoyed. But come to find out, these were no normal teenagers. One of them was like a tennis pro who like travels the world and stuff like that. His English was quite good. And it was just so funny watching their joy when they speak English and make jokes, and then they're like, like looking around like, oh my God, I made a joke in English. It was like so cute. And the other one was his friend, and he was a wordsmith, which was really kind of cool. He knew like a lot of different play on words between English and Spanish and stuff like that. It was cool. What else? Yeah, stop doing anything or saying anything or participating in anything that makes you weaker. That was a realization I had that led me to walk away from relationships. Yeah, many of them. This is such a gorgeous night. I wore this cutest dress. I bought this dress and I wore it. I remember I wanted it for so long. It was in Chinook Center in Calgary. And so, yeah, I finally went and bought it one day. And I take really good care of the items that I get. Like some items I buy brand new, high quality, and then others I will buy thrift store. And those last a really long time too. Like this, I bought this for like $1 at a thrift store. And it's like a little tie up. It's so versatile. I've had to patch it. I've had to do some color repair on it. But I've had this for 4 years now. And it's from Ardeen, originally. Ardeen quality. Amazing. So another thing you really notoriety for teaching people like, hey, it's really easy to make money online, and then it became the how to make money on YouTube. And that's not really what I'm interested in. I'm not really a technical, hey, check this technique and this technical thing and do this and that. Like, I check those things, I'm interested in those things, but I'm more a why kind of person, not a how kind of person. And when I find solutions, I like to find quick and effective solutions. And YouTube is a long haul. YouTube is not a sprint. Yeah, it can be a sprint once you hit like a viral video. If you get a viral video, hey Michelle, yeah, I saw your comments, thank you. I'm working on my comeback. It's gonna take some time, maybe, I don't know. That's the thing with YouTube, you just never know. That's why you just gotta keep posting and keep putting yourself out there. And yeah, it's kind of like a codependent relationship in a lot of ways. I was thinking about that recently, where it's like you're not getting, you're giving more than you're getting. You're getting a kick in the behind sometimes, but you're still doing it because you know that the good old days are just around the corner. Right? That's like a codependent relationship, right? He used to be so amazing when we first started dating. I know you'll go back to that one day. It's like, that will never happen. But with YouTube, it's different. So I guess if you have experience in codependent relationships, I don't really. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I appreciate ideas. I really do. Have I done a day? I did do a day in the life. I did. I was trying to think. I remember thinking, yeah, I did. I called it Day in the Life of a Sigma Female. That's what I called it. Because Sigma Female was trending on YouTube. So that's like another thing. It's like so hard. It's like you gotta stick with the trends, or you gotta do something new, or like, oh. So thank God, I always have a million things on the go online. I was thinking about it the other day, I'm like, how many income streams do I have? And I was like 6, I was like 7. And sometimes I get frustrated, you know, like many people, I came from the world of work, right? Where it's like, you know exactly how much you're gonna be making, pretty much. Everything else. I'm still in Mexico, thanks for the question, yep. I left Canada about 4 years ago. I lived for 1 year in Montana, and I've been this month it will be 3 years in Mexico. And yeah, I am debating whether I will be sticking around to get my permanent residency. It feels like I should do that. It would be a waste to give that away. But I'm also very frustrated with the culture here. There's so many things that have been so good to me here. And I absolutely love this sun, man. I don't think I can never go back to a country that doesn't have this kind of sun. But, man, that's the thing about really starting to put yourself out there. It's like, at what point is this an obstacle for me to grow myself on versus a sign that I need to leave? And I think that's what happens when things start going backwards. I haven't hit that point quite yet, but I can feel it coming up on me. So yeah. I don't know where I'm gonna go next. I think I might go do a bit of time in Playa del Carmen, because I've lived in small town Mexico for all of this time. I have visited big cities. You can see my video about the earthquake where I went to Querétaro. You can see where I went to Puerto Vallarta. I go to the beach, but like, I don't know. Yeah, you can see where I went to Isla Mujeres, which is right off of Cancun. Oh man, I don't know. I'm very prone to say I'm just not a big city kind of girl, but I don't know. These women are telling me, everyone keeps telling me, come to Playa, come to Playa. So I might just go there for a little while and see, because I don't want to leave without having given, it my full shot, because I know people are like, you can just come back, but like, guys, I don't like traveling, and I'm gonna have to travel with my cat, and yeah, so it's gonna be a huge hassle, and it's not my thing. I would really, really love to find like one good place and stay there. I was hoping that was gonna be Montana, but y'all know how that went. Why couldn't you move back to Montana? No, I cannot do that. Yeah, I was there, like I was trying to get my marriage visa, and then I realized, oh crap, I'm trapped in a country with a terrible person and I need to leave. So that got abandoned and canceled, and okay, let me know if anyone on here remembers Leah Tarunin from old school YouTube. Remember her? She had a similar situation. She was not, except she met her husband through making YouTube videos. And I do not recommend getting involved with fans from YouTube. I went on a date with one once, and it was actually quite nice. But it went south. And I wrote about it in my new ebook. I'm going to be putting the pre-sale for that available soon. But she ended up getting to know this guy, and everybody from the start, because he had a YouTube channel too, and everybody from the start was like, girl, this guy's narcissistic. Like, it was really weird. I have a video on this coming up soon. Women, beware of men who want to be in your videos. Oh man, my ex, when I was out there in Montana, he's like, I should be in one of your videos one day. And I could, when someone can say something and you look at them and you know that they're being weird in some way? It was like that. And I was just like looking at him and I'm like, I have been crying every single day that I've been out here because of how miserable of a human you are. Why would I get out in my video on my channel with you in it? Like, do you want to be a paid sponsorship? That's the only time you will see a man in my video, if it's a paid sponsorship. Look at these women showing these men off like they're a trophy. How embarrassing. Do you ever forget the term fairer sex? Why are you showing these men off? No, no, no. Why was I going on that rant about? I'm not sure. Anyway. Oh, the lighting on here is so cute. Can you see it? Oh, I got a comment. They just try and take advantage of your platform. That's why I don't tell people about my social. That's not big influencer. Well, here's the thing. That's not, like, I get what you mean. That's true in some cases, but like, that wasn't really the case with him. The reason why he wanted to do that, and I realized it, was because this guy was like desperate for validation from like everybody and everywhere all the time. And I just keep attracting guys like that. I don't know what it is. Like, I think I have to watch it because, like, I am an intense person and I go hard on everything that I do. I'm a high effort person. So I tend to seek out high effort people in return. Yeah, that too, control. I tend to seek out high effort people in return, but I think these guys get like a taste of like someone who's actually like interested in them and who's like really curious and like really wants to get to know them and like really believes in them, and it's like crack. And so then I think it just like I I don't know, it makes their mask go on and it makes them try harder, and it like kind of tricks me into thinking what kind of person they are. Thank you for guessing that I'm an INFJ. I appreciate that so greatly. But no. Oh, I always wished I was an INFJ, to be honest. I tried, so I'm glad that I tricked at least one of you. Thank you. You're gonna have to guess again. But yeah, and then I noticed that he would say, like, I don't know, he would post stuff on his like social media that was like really embarrassing to me. Like, you know, pictures of him with like his shirt off and like, you know, or like smiling like a woman, like, and I'm like, why are you taking selfies? I'm like, could you, oh heck no, I'm not an ISFJ, what an insult. I'm like, can you go build a house? Can you go cut down a tree? Can you go get a kitten from, with the firefighters from the ladder? Can you, no, I'm not an E, come on. I know you got this. And I'm like, you can't do those things. I do come off like, you know what, I will give it to you. Some people think that I am an ENFP when they meet me. But I am not. I am extroverted in public for exactly 2 hours, tops. But anyways, I'm like, go cut down a damn tree. ENFJ, whoa, those guys are very rare. Could I be an ENFJ? No, I couldn't. But you seem more introverted. Okay, you're getting closer. We're getting closer. But also willing to help. When you get it, you're gonna totally get it. And you're gonna be like, oh, okay, you're an ENFJ. Mm-hmm. Who is the ENFJ's ideal partner? That's who I am. Ideal partner, ideal friend, that's me. According to MBTI, which can be very, very accurate, actually. I was thinking of that being my next incarnation, a Jungian analyst. I was thinking about it. I have some friends who do that. And they're just always like high tier humans. Like you talk to them and it's like you're dealing with like, okay, ISFPs are cute, so I'm gonna give you that, but no. ISFP, I kind of wish I could be an ISFP. They're always really talented, like musicians, or like the women always have their look together, like Dita Von Teese is an ISFP. ISFPs are very cute people. I like them actually. I get along with them quite well. For the most part. Yeah, I do. But no. Come on, you're getting closer and closer. I know you can do it. But yeah, this has got to be a joke. In what planet am I an INTJ? I appreciate it, but come on. INTJs have been some of my best friends in life, actually. I absolutely love them. Absolutely love them. However, my relationships with INTJs always crash and burn at some point. Yes. What will happen is they will get sick of me and my lackadaisical ways, and I will like drop some ball that was important to them, even though I'm always usually on the ball. And or they will finally say or do something that will offend me and hurt my feelings. I hate using that term, but that's what happens. I'm like, how can you be so cold? And why are you so mean? But that's kind of what I like about them, man. You got an INTJ on your side. Well, this has got to be a real joke now. Now you're just really goofing around. I wish I could be an ESTJ. I actually like ESTJ men. I give up. You give up. I like ESTJs. And I like ESTPs too, actually. They have this energy that's, I appreciate. I'm an INFP. That's the only one you didn't guess. Come on. I really like INFPs as well, but we usually offend each other at some point too. Because the INFPs are so into their values, and they will ride hard for the things that they believe. And eventually, sometimes, kind of hits a wall. You were so close. When you said INFJ, I was like, oh my God, you almost got it. I was so impressed. And I was like very pleased with myself. I'm like, hello, I'm an INFJ. No. I love that INFJ intensity. I have had a couple of INFJs who were besties as well. They are just like, you just feel very comforted and like seen around them, and they have this like complex where it's like, I don't know, they have this vibe to them where you feel like they know everything, and they kind of do. Like you should listen to them. INFJs and INTJs, you should kind of listen to them usually. I feel like, yeah. INFJs are the Gandalf to the INFP's Frodo. All right. So they gave me bug spray when I came out here, and I put it on my ankles because it's usually the ankle biters that like to come for you on the patio. But if the bugs start getting a little bit worse, I'm out of here. But like it doesn't escape my experience that this is amazing. I used to dream about this. Like, look at this guy. Can you see it? Look at that. When I was always stuck at home in the cold winter in Calgary. What's the temperature in Calgary today? Come on, let me know. What is it, minus 21? Am I planning regular videos in the upcoming months? No, but I am going to be posting more frequently. And going on live more frequently. And yeah, I'm doing research on what to do with my YouTube channel, and it might be a little bit of a slow go until I get into a new stride. I lose a lot of my audience every time I post a new video. They're like, what? This is not how to get rich on YouTube in 10 seconds? Unsubscribe. And I'm like, okay, well, I never really, you know what I mean? So that's okay. I think the direction I'm taking now is the kind of work that has been finding me on my channel. You've been subscribed for 10 years. You've been thinking, you've been thinking about my channel, and then boom, here I am. I have to tell you, I don't know what it is. Like, I have to tell you, there's some weird psychic thing between YouTube and people. I've talked about this was it in a video or in a book? I can't remember, but like, yeah, I have so many crazy stories about it. But that happens to me all the time. And I get comments like that all the time. And the most recent time this happened to me was last week. I started having these thoughts about Sorel Amour. Do you remember her? She was so hot on YouTube. Then she got married to this soft, empathic, handsome, modern, new agey kind of guy. And we're all like, oh my God, he's so handsome. You guys are so cute. Well, we know how that goes with these types of dudes these days, with the powerful women. They just want to get in there and try to take you down. And so she shows up on YouTube literally like 3 days ago when I had just started thinking about her that week. And she's like, I moved back to Australia. I'm getting a divorce and my husband's trying to rake me over the coals. And we're like, yeah, Yeah. It's not odd. This is what happens when you're going through a divorce on YouTube. I still remember like when people were watching my videos when I was on the farm and everything else. Like I'm not saying anything. Yeah, he was a user. You know, I don't know about these guys. And you know, like I was not leading with that. I don't know. I have heard that if you lead with what made you special when you were a kid, no one's ever going to see the real you or something like that. Oh yeah. Well, that's what happens though. I don't know, when life gets serious, it's kind of like, YouTube's like a weird thing. It does a weird thing in your life, especially because it's like many of us started off with like our passion and sharing our knowledge and building community, and then once it gets monetized, you have to start thinking about so many other things and like trends and thumbnails and keywords and audience and retention, and it's a little bit frustrating. Even the people who make it look natural and authentic, like yeah, some of them have like these marketing teams and stuff behind them too. It's like, what? I love these big mugs like this. I have a pretty big mug at home, but I like this one. Ginger tea. Cheers. Yeah, but the thing is, like, we expect. You said like you could say, hey guys, I'm taking a break, but it's like we kind of don't want to do that. I can't speak for her, but I know like for myself, I kind of don't want to do that. Like I always feel like, okay, tomorrow I'm going to do it. Yeah, thanks. A lot of us are going to come back. You ain't going to get rid of us. We're going to be like eczema or psoriasis. Like you ain't going to get rid of us. But yeah, like for me, I consider doing that sometimes too. Like I'm going to take a break, but then I'm like, no, I'll do it tomorrow. I won't be depressed anymore. Tomorrow I'll feel re-inspired. And then the next day and the next day. Look, it happened to Sydney Black. You know, the girl with the brown skin and the blue eyes. She was also married to this soft, sweet, gentlemanly dude, and they moved to Norway from America, and she got divorced and came back, and she was just disappeared. It's life. This is why I now recommend for like anybody who tells me they want to get involved in YouTube. I'm like, okay, yeah, but also have a normal job. If you stay away for too long, people will start digging in and trying to check and figure out what happened. Yeah, I agree. I don't really care. My life is on the internet. I'm just glad that people are still talking about me. Even if it's bad stuff, I don't care. I saw, you know, on Lipstick Alley, there were some girls who were like, they're like, are there any law of attraction? This was a long time ago. They're like, are there any law of attraction gurus you don't like? And I'm like, I never thought of myself as like a law of attraction guru or law of attraction person, but someone was like, you know, I think my name came up like near the end. And they're like, I don't like Adelle Ramcharan. I think she lies. And then someone was like, yeah, she has really haunted looking eyes or something. And I was like, what? But now I kind of understand what they mean. Like, I kind of do, you know, and I like it. Yes. I have eyes that can do something to somebody. Normally they just look happy and cute and everything else, but I had a moment where, have you had moments where you caught yourself in a mirror before there was like a moment before you realized it was you? I had 2 moments like that. When the mirror's like at a weird angle, you expect to be looking at another person or like a street or something. 2 of those times I was like, oh, who is that beautiful woman? Oh, thank God. But the other time, I caught my face in a store window unexpectedly in an angle that I didn't know it was me for a second. And I was just like, I was just like filled with like dread and like a cold chill. And I was like, what happened to that person? Like, why is she so sad? And then I was like, oh my God, that's me. That was like the day, like the time when that happened, that was like 2020. Holy man, was I ever going through it back then? You all know what it's like. We're just expected to pick up and carry on now. Like the past couple of years didn't happen. And that was very traumatizing for a lot of people. Oh, by the way, my program is starting on Sunday. Yeah, so it's called Content Queen Creation. And yeah, I'm gonna have the link below here. I believe that we work hard enough as women. We have so many plates to keep spinning. We deserve to cheat and enjoy ourselves whenever we can. So I love to find cheat codes to life. Two of the main cheat codes that I have found are self-hypnosis and recently AI. I've been using AI to completely revolutionize my business, my writing, my life, my schedule, my mental health. Could you believe it? However, I have had some strange experiences with AI, so I have some precautions I'm going to be putting in there. But we're going to be, yeah, I'm going to be teaching the methods that have worked for me. And yeah, this is kind of just like, I want it to be like a sprinkle of sunshine in the middle of winter, because I know that December can be a really challenging emotionally time for a lot of people. They can feel kind of bogged down. A lot of people feel isolated or alone. People like me who like don't have family or have strained relationships with their family. There are people now who just got divorced, who are thinking of getting divorced. There are people now who are grieving people who've recently died. There's so many things that people are going through, and I love that people see me as someone they want to come to and join in with and meet some cool people from around the world, share, have fun. Yeah, so it's for 4 weeks. It starts this Sunday. We're meeting Sundays at 3 p.m. and it's for 1 hour a day. And we're going to be going for 4 weeks. So this will take you past the new year. And yeah, get a start on that now, right? There are a lot of energetic vortexes around these times of year that are meant to sap your energy, to take your attention. And I would like to intervene. You're looking forward to it? Great. Hope to see you there. I think we need interventions. You know, I've had some really wonderful interventions in my life. Thank you for the thumbs up. Yeah, like, there's some things that I will just like never forget. One of them was after my mother died, I was in college and I had two girlfriends who would show up. Oh, hold on, I gotta get this mosquito. Did I get them? Oh, they got good music playing. I feel like screaming. Oh no. Can you hear it? I hope this is not gonna get my video demonetized or copyrighted. These are remix songs anyway, so that'll help. Holy cow, the mosquitoes are bad. But yeah, they would come to my house. I think it was like, was it only on weekends? I'm gonna put some spray on my arms, hold on. And they give me natural spray, how nice of them. I'm gonna have to leave a nice tip, like I usually do. And so, I know. Do you like my nails? I finally got the color that I wanted, I'm so happy. I love Rod Stewart, by the way. I don't even know if this was originally his song. I feel like it wasn't. Now they got these like breathy voiced, beautiful women singing these old school songs. I don't know, I'm down with it. Yeah, so they would come to my house. I don't know if it was like every other day or like, I think it was every other day. And they would come in and we would have some tea and then we'd all pile into my Toyota Tercel. And we would drive to this like river valley in the city that had like this huge stairs going up the hill. And yeah, we would exercise together in the winter. And having them show up like that and show up for me and like go exercise out in nature together on a regular basis was like the most wonderful thing that anyone could do at the time. You know, not send flowers, not give me your thoughts and prayers, but like show up and do something, you know, or sending people food. You know, after my mother died, our neighbors, we were all cleaning out the house the next day, and the neighbors sent this huge like pre-made meal over for all of us. And they like just gave it and they like immediately left. And like, it just struck me as so kind. You know, it's like they weren't there for like, to hear the accolades or like, how is it or whatever. They're just like, we know your mom, we're really sorry. Like, here you go. Like I kind of always wanted the opportunity to return the favor for somebody. But of course, like you don't want people to die. You know, you don't. But yeah, sometimes you just need that spark, that drop. And actually, when I first came to Mexico, I took a program like this through my coach at the time. So she had a similar program like this. It was called Catch Your Vision. And we started meeting in January and working on things once a week with a whole group of ladies. And wow, it just made such a big difference for me. So yeah, it was a small group as well. And I would like to keep this group small too. So yeah. I just keep looking for those mosquitoes. I have a bit of shopping I have to do. So funny. Let's check out my shopping list. Protein powder, a fan. I need a fan for when I'm like making videos because I just get so hot because I have to turn the overhead fan off because it makes noise. Okay, protein powder, more herbs, clove and star anise, pastas, ciruela pastas, raisins and prunes, almond extract, what else? Green tea, popcorn. I have got a movie recap that I'm looking forward to watching tonight, and I don't watch these new movies for 2 hours anymore. I just like watching the recaps. The 20-minute recaps, that's like what I watch for a movie now. And you can go on about my, what do you call it? Attention span if you'd like. But I save that attention span, those 2 hours, for the quality movies of old. Like the ones that I posted on my last video. Camelot, Black Orpheus, Lord of the Rings, Gladiator, the original Spartacus. That moment where, you know, he's like trying to free everybody and the soldiers come to collect him. They're like, we're going to arrest this man who's been trying to free all of you. Which one of you is Spartacus? And they all look like the same kind of slaves. And Spartacus is about to stand up, and a man stands up, he says, I am Spartacus. And then another man stands up, he says, no, I am Spartacus. And so all of them are standing up saying, I'm Spartacus, to protect him. And I remember that scene always made me so freaking emotional, man. Even as a kid. I just love the idea of people standing up for people who do the right thing, but that's not always the case. And I saw something recently that kind of got me going in that same way. It was a bunch, it was a CEO assassin lookalike contest in a park in New York. There were a bunch of dudes there with, you know, bushy eyebrows and hoodies, and I was like, oh, that's cute. Well, maybe a little bit dangerous, I don't know, but it was cute. All right, what else have I got here? I have a dream that I wrote down using a voice note this morning because I had this crazy dream about this guy that I dated briefly when I first came here. Gosh, I've had a number of bad dreams about him since. Because I'll tell you about the first dream. Wait, let me see if I need to reapply my lipstick. Anyone who's tuning in. Oh, I love this lipstick. This Lee Swatchy lipstick. That's an autumn shade though. I am into the reds and burgundies now and berry shades. All right, let's see. Oh, so the recap I'm gonna go home and watch is of that movie that has Brandy Norwood in it. And she's like married to this guy whose mother is like a racist, and they're having a baby and she moves in with them. I know, it looks very interesting to me, and I'm already getting triggered because the man is telling her like, well, you know, my mother was really abusive to me as a kid. And Brandy's character's like, well, she's changed and she said she's sorry and we need the money. And I'm like, oh, immediately divorce that woman. You know what I mean? If you're married to someone and they're not on your side, and if you're talking to someone about like how your parents hurt you and they're like, well, they're the only parents you got. She's your mother. Like, what are you doing? Or they're saying something like that, you know? X. Block. Block, 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 block. Divorce paper. You don't got someone on your side who's in your bed every night. What are you doing? So anyway, I am so stoked to see how this is going to go. I feel like it's going to have some kind of big twist in it or whatever. Brandy's looking so cute. She's looking exactly like I remember her from, was it the 90s? I remember just looking at her and being like, oh, she looks so beautiful. You know, she had those micro braids and the ponytail swinging and those like glossy little raspberry lips and those long fan eyelashes. Brandy. Ooh. Is she actually married? I don't know. Okay, so yeah, this weird guy, I have so many nightmares about him. He's always like coming in and like intruding in my dream with this like sense of danger. And I was just like, oh. And so in my dream last night, I came home to my house and it was like a New York brownstone, which is weird. It's not really my style. And I walked in and the door was like kind of open and he was in there and I looked and he had like rearranged a bunch of stuff. And my laptop was open and he's like, yeah, I like downloaded some programs for you. And I was like, oh my God. Like I was like really stressing out. And he's like, well, if you have nothing to hide, like you shouldn't be nervous. And I was like, and then I remember like I kind of walked to one wall and he had like put in some like shelves and like it was like this like single like gray with like red. And I remember touching it and it was like kind of rickety. Yeah. And I was like, should I get anything else? No, they don't need, there's like nobody in here. People in Mexico are so chill about spending time, actually. And these people here are super sweet. They've known me here for 3 years. I've been coming here. And I brought dates here and people here, like they treat me so good. But anyway, yeah, and so in my dream, I was looking at the shelf and I was kind of like, well, I guess I kind of do need a shelf. Like I was trying to do what the crappy childhood fairy calls crap fitting, which is you're taking something that you don't like, that doesn't belong there, it's not for you, and you're kind of going, well, I guess I could kind of, Are you kidding me? Some guy came up and put a rickety, ugly ass shelf in a weird spot that I could have done a better job myself without asking me, broke into my house, and here I am trying to like justify it. Like, oh my God. So, yeah, and then at the end of the dream, I just ended up kicking him out. And I think I made some kind of threat to him too, which I can't remember what it was. What did I write down? Oh, and then it gets worse. It gets worse. Oh yeah, I told him that I had cameras in my house. And then I blocked him. Yeah, and so then after I kicked him out, he's leaving out the door. And as I'm standing in the doorway, a farmer pulls up, takes this massive cow out of the truck and like walks up to my front door holding this cow. And I'm like, hello? And he's like, yeah, that guy told me that you could keep this cow at your house. He said it was no problem. And I was like, I don't think so. I'm like, you have to leave. And he's like, oh yeah, I didn't realize you didn't have a backyard, sorry. And I remember in that moment thinking, I do have a backyard, but like you cannot use it for this cow. And so yeah, that was the end of that. Oh, if you want to know more about the guy that I'm talking about, I wrote about him in my Midnight in Mexico book. He's like one of the craziest stories I've ever experienced in my life. And you know, I have a couple of crazy stories of like dating and stuff with guys, but these stories never like last. You know, like once I realize someone is weird, that's it, you're gone. You know what I mean? Like I have these girls who are like, they tell me about the worst date they ever went on, and then they're like, and then when he kissed me at the end of the night, it was terrible. And I'm like, no. But you realize he was crazy and you just still went along with it. Like, why? It happened so many times. So yeah, for me, once the message gets through that the call's coming from inside the house, I can move fast. And unfortunately, you know, women who are not taught these things by our parents, we have to learn these ways. But that's okay. That's the journey we get to take in this life. It makes us strong, it makes us very smart, and it makes us really good role models for other women, if I do say so myself. All right, I gotta go buy my herbs. I'm super excited to do that. And yeah, I think I'm just gonna be going from here, finishing off my delicious tea and letting them enjoy their beautiful outdoor balcony. 100% recognize this place. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you for the hearts. Super appreciated. I have a video that will be coming soon where I am going, oh yeah, actually I filmed a video on the walk over here. It's about, do you think you're self-aware? You actually might not be. You might be a secret hater of yourself. Many people mistake being self-aware with being a hater. Do not hate on your own self. I will not allow it. Not on my watch. All right. So you can go back and watch this video from the beginning, where you can see me speaking my little baby talk Spanish to the waiter. But yeah, that's all I got for now. Thanks so much for tuning in. We are 2 minutes away from 1 hour. Okay, I'm gonna wait. I'm wearing my hair natural now, by the way. I think, should I cut my ends? Yeah, I should. They're looking a little bit straggly. Like if I cut this, like, yeah, I'm gonna have to cut the length, the ends, the straggly ends. I don't want to. I want to grow my hair as long as humanly possible. I've seen some really gorgeous girls on TikTok with long, natural hair, and that's what I'm kind of going for. It does get a bit, I'm going to show you the stars. We've got 1 minute left. Look at the stars. Can you see them? Can you see the Christmas tree? It's a gorgeous night. All right, you got 20 seconds left. Bye. Yes, thank you for joining. Thank you to all my old school subbies who were like, what happened to Adele? One day she was on the farm and next she's like, hey guys, I live in Mexico. It is so hard to come and be like, hey guys, like I'm really miserable right now. Like people don't do that. Some people do maybe. Maybe I should do that. All right guys. Take care.